Gig work isn't stressful because of the miles. It's not traffic. It's not even the pay. It's the fact that you're always reacting. And you don't realize how much that drains you until it stops. When I first started doing Uber Eats and DoorDash full time, I didn't start when I left the house. It started when I opened the app. You know how it goes, right? Bing. Accept, drive, drop off, wait, refresh again. And you don't decide anything. You just respond. And when nothing comes in, you start wondering, should I move zones? Did I miss something? Is today just dead? Right? That constant low-level tension. It doesn't feel dramatic, but it's always there. And here's the part I didn't notice at first. When you live in reaction mode all day, you start reacting at home too. Small inconveniences, short fuse. Plans changed, annoyed. Someone needs something from you, it feels like one more demand. And not because you're a bad person, but because your brain hasn't felt in control all day. And control matters, more than we admit, especially when people depend on you. And I didn't sit down one day and, have some big strategy session. I didn't journal it out. I didn't map it perfectly. In fact, I didn't even plan it. I just slowly started locking in parts of my week earlier. Not perfectly, just enough. And something shifted. And it wasn't dramatic. It wasn't subtle. I'd wake up and not immediately grab my phone. And I wasn't wondering if today would work. I wasn't, waiting for the app to decide my mood. I mean, you know how that goes. And that's when I realized the stress wasn't the work. It was the uncertainty. And uncertainty makes you reactive. And if you're just stacking cash for yourself, that's one thing. But if you're, a husband, if you're a dad, or just people depend on you, uncertainty hits different. And it's not just about today's order. It's about stability. And even if you don't say it out loud, you definitely you feel it. So I stopped trying to win the day, and I started trying to lead the week. That's different. Winning the day is, it's chasing the big numbers. Leading the week is you deciding your number, deciding your floor, deciding when you're done. And when you decide first, the apps stop deciding your emotional state. If gig work feels heavier than it should, it might not be the miles. It might not be the pay. It might be the mode. if you're tired of living in reaction mode, Anchor Week is where we're building structure in real time. It's $3 a month. If that fits you, the link's below.